Hi everyone, it's Lewis back again with a video on idioms that reference color. Idioms that reference color are plenty and span the entire color spectrum. Here, I have chosen to highlight 10 colors, one idiom from each. The idioms that I have chosen are a combination of the most common and the most useful idioms for conversation with native speakers, while still being somewhat obscure to non-natives. The first idiom that I will discuss is it's black and white, or on the flip side, it's not black and white. When you have a difficult decision to make, there are often two seemingly alternate options, this or that, these or those. But rarely in life is a choice ever so simple as to say yes or no. There are nuances and many things to consider when making a decision. This leads to people often saying, it's not black and white. An extension of this leads to the third color but second idiom on today's list. It's a gray area. Now, between black and white is obviously gray. And as discussed in our first idiom, black and white are two opposing options, this or that, yes or no, good or bad. However, life is complicated and people are complicated. And whether we like it or not, whether we admit it or not, there's often a large grey area between our black and white opposing options that ultimately often renders decision making a difficult task. Consider a woman who steals a loaf of bread from a supermarket. She should be jailed, right? The law is clear, don't steal. But it's not a black and white issue. It turns out the woman only stole the loaf of bread to feed her three hungry children, and if she is jailed, who is to care for them? Not to lessen the crime of theft, but in this scenario, the supermarket ultimately won't be affected by the loss of one loaf of bread, but the children's lives could be destroyed by the loss of their mother. Here, the grey area, in my opinion, is quite large and of great importance when deciding the mother's fate. It's not as black and white as initially thought. Third on the list is beet red. When a person gets embarrassed, truly mortified, their face often becomes red. For example, in a 2020 The Tack article, tripping up the stairs was listed as the number one most embarrassing act. Imagine being in your local mall. There are people all around you, and everyone is moving quickly. And as you walk up the stairs, you trip and fall, causing everyone to stop what they're doing and look. Some will point and laugh. Some might actually help you get up, but there is no denying that everyone will have seen it. In this situation, I think it is to be expected that your face may turn beet red from sheer embarrassment. Number 4 on this list is tickled pink, one of my personal favorites. Now, when we are tickled, we laugh a lot. Perhaps your skin will develop a pinkish hue. So, in a situation in which you have laughed a lot because something was very funny, especially if it's surprisingly funny, you can use the phrases, that's hilarious, I'm tickled pink, or perhaps that has tickled me pink. Number 5 is shrinking violet. Now, a shrinking violet is a female that is extremely shy and soft spoken, rather quiet. However, this idiom is most often used in reverse, when a female is opinionated and unafraid to voice her opinion. You could say, she's no shrinking violet. A bolt out of the blue is number 6 on this list. We use this idiom to mean something was extremely unexpected. An example would be if your long lost distant relative left you a large inheritance, but you only discovered their existence after receiving a letter from their lawyer. Now that would truly be a bolt out of the blue, something so unexpected, and it's left you feeling quite shocked. Number 7 on today's list is a hedge between keeps friendships green. This idiom is quite uncommon. However, people often say that you shouldn't mix friendships and business. This would be the perfect time to use the idiom a hedge between keeps friendships green. This means not to mix business and friendships. If the business was to turn bad or something bad happened, it could turn the friendship bad or end it completely. And so you should keep a hedge between these two worlds, your business world and your friendships, because that hedge between will keep those friendships green and healthy. Number 8 is to be yellow carded. This idiom comes from its use in football. A yellow card is given as a significant warning or punishment for an action. The yellow card is the final straw before ultimately receiving the red card, which will get the player sent off the field. In a situation where you have been punished for doing something, but it isn't the maximum punishment that you could receive, you can say that you have been yellow carded. For example, if I went to a bar with my friends, I could say, I can't stay out so late again tonight. My wife yellow carded me after last time, so I should head home soon. Number 9 on this list is golden boy or golden girl. This is used to refer to the person that gets special treatment, usually the favorite. So if we imagine that I have several brothers and sisters, there will always be one golden boy or one golden girl. For example, if my siblings and I were to pull a prank on our parents, that could leave them quite angry, and the rest of us would face punishment. We would be in trouble. However, the golden boy, they always managed to get away with it. They didn't do anything wrong, and it was just the rest of us that pulled the prank. The golden boy can do no wrong. The last idiom on this list uses the word color rather than an actual color. Number 10 is gives color to or lends color to. We use this to help make an explanation or story more believable or credible or understandable, perhaps. For example, the broken glass and missing jewelry lends color to the story she gave of someone breaking into her home. To give you a second example of using this idiom, I'll expand on the first. The broken glass and missing jewelry lends color to the story she gave of someone breaking into her home. Furthermore, the fact that this occurred on the one night that no one was home lends color to the police's belief that the intruder was actually a family member or close friend. There you have 10 idioms that reference color or a color. I hope you have enjoyed this video and learned an idiom or two. If you have any questions or would like to inquire about lessons, please don't hesitate to drop me a message, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye bye.